Alex Teddy from Wheelie Tropicals. Just coming to you today with my absolute least favourite job of the year, which is overwintering a Musa Basjoo, how to protect it from winter. The reason I hate doing this job is I just love this plant in the garden. It's sensational, and I don't like the look of it once it's wrapped up and stuff. It just looks like a little stick in the ground, so I do hate doing this job. But the reason I do it, because there's a lot of people that won't protect their bananas because they're ground hardy. They will come back and they'll pop all on the floor, and they do grow really quickly. Some people said that they grow actually a bit more vigorous than they would if you don't protect them. I protect mine solely because I like to, when I unravel it at the start of the year in spring, I like the fact that it's got a 5 or 6 foot worth of trunk head start on one that was in the ground, so I feel like I get a few extra months in the year to enjoy the plant. So for the sake of a relatively small cost and just a couple of items that we need, which I'm going to run over with you now, I get to feel like I get a bit more value for money for the banana plant. So without further ado, let's get at it. First things first is the rotary line cover. All this is, as you can see, that can stretch that out. It's a plastic thick tube that you normally would put over a rotary line washing cover. This one's got a zip on the side, making it really easy. And essentially I'm wearing the equivalent right now. So this is the jacket part of the protection. This just keeps the water off it. It's a nice thin material, so it's not doing too much on the thermal side of things, but it will definitely try and keep the worst of the water off the leaves. Second thing coming up now. Second thing is horticultural fleece. As you can see from there, it's not a ghost. It's a nice bit of breathable mesh fabric. Both of these products, I've used the same ones for 3 years now. So the same ball of horticultural fleece I've used for 3 years. I reckon I'll get another couple of years out of that bundle. They're not expensive anyway. And to get 5 years worth of protection at least out of those things before I have to replace them is an absolute bargain. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut the leaves back. And kind of what I do is I cut them at an angle. And I feel like that helps the water run off and kind of down. We're going to do this a couple of days ahead of the actual wrapping method, and that's to kind of agree with Rich's video, which was to cut them, let them callus over and let them dry out before you start wrapping them, rather than creating a load of wounds and then wrapping them, because obviously it is breathable material, but I'd rather wrap them dry rather than wet. So we'll get at that now. Take you in now and just do the first couple of cuts. Cut back anything that's mushy. We'll quickly speed through these. Cutting back any of this dying and dead material. We don't want any of that in there either. It holds a lot of water. It's also, I normally use a serrated kitchen knife to do this because I find it's a lot easier, but I can't find it typically ready for the video. So secateurs work really well, but I've got a saw that I'm going to use now just to blast through the rest of it. And then once literally all the leaves are off, I'm just going to tidy back the stem, as I said to you before, by cutting it at an angle. Show you the final article now. As you can see from the stem there, it's cut at an angle on both sides. So I feel like just on cue as it starts raining, hopefully the water will run off that and it will dry quicker. Now hopefully you can understand why I really don't like doing this job. We went from a massive glorious banana plant to 2 stems. Now I'm going to leave those for a couple of days for those to dry off just as it starts raining. So I don't think there's going to be much drying off going on. But what I'll do is I'll tidy up all the browning sections, because these bits that are dying off, they hold a lot of water as well. I want those as dry as possible before I start wrapping the fleece round. Following that, I'll show you the next method, which is basically essentially completely wrapping the banana, and then I'll leave a little bit at the top. Right, so I'm going to get at it now. I've doubled it up just so it should hopefully wrap a little bbit nicer. I haven't got to go around as many times. So that's it, double down. And all we're trying to do is get it quite close, having a little bit at the bottom. And then once that comes to the top, we want to leave a little bit extra, so when the leaf starts falling in the new year, it's got somewhere to go. Let me bring you in. So what I've got now, as you can see there, I've kind of created, hopefully you can see that, I've created a bit of a hood for where that's going to go. So we don't pull that tight, and we just bundle that like that. So you can see there, that's where the top of the banana stops. There's a bit of excess at the top. Now to tie this off, and I'll show you the final article. Again, don't have this tight. This is just to support it so it doesn't fall down. And all I tend to do is just a little bit. Again, just to lightly hold it. Right, so that's tucked in right down to the bottom, because obviously that's where the snow and a lot of the frost is going to gather. And then wrap that all the way up. And then I've left a big bundle at the top to allow the banana to grow on next year. As soon as I see the rotary line cover lifting a little bit, I know that that banana leaf's in growth, and then we can unwrap the thing. So literally, the final stage is just unzipping the rotary line cover. That's the final article. Wrapped and completely ready. I'm going to wrap the bottom because the rotary line covers I think 5 or 6 foot, and there's about 6 inches sticking out at the bottom. So I'll probably bundle up some more, maybe some straw or bottom, just to kind of protect the bottom. Next year, when it's growing a little bit more than that, I'll probably get 2, cut the top off that rotary line cover and slide 2 over. But that's that. So hopefully you've enjoyed the overwintering banana video. Of course, if you do things differently, that's absolutely fine. If you don't protect it, that's fine. This is just a method that I've used over the last 3 years. I've not lost a single banana through doing this. I did the same with the Musa Basjoo as well, and they always get through, no problems whatsoever. Don't forget to subscribe if you found any of the information useful. And I've got loads of other videos coming of overwintering in the greenhouse and different plants that I'm going to be potting up and taking in as well. So thanks for watching.